Welcome. Let's make a simple spring floral. I'm using an old book that I've repurposed as an art journal, and I'm putting some yellow down, just dabbing yellow on there, and then I'm putting a little bit of brown on there, and this is going to be my earth and sky. And I'm taking my brush and a lot of water and just giving it a light wash so you can see the words still coming through there. I think starting a page with words on it makes it more interesting. You already have your first layer on there. I like that I have this light wash and then these words poking through. And I'm going to use the paragraphs to help me keep my lines in order. So I'm putting my earth right where that last paragraph starts. So that's another good thing about it, is that it gives you a little bit of spatial relevance, and you can do your lines and not have to get out a ruler or something if you're more precise like that. All right, so here I have the beginning of my earth and sky, and now I'm taking a marker and I'm taking the lid and I'm just using it to make little circles, and these are going to be my circle flowers, my little buds, and I'm going to go ahead and fill them in with, I think this is sort of like a little pink or fuchsia, and I'm taking a marker and I'm just drawing a U underneath the flower and then a line straight down, and this gives me my stem. And remember, stems never grow actually straight, so have some wonky ones in there. It makes it more interesting. Have them overlap, have them swirl around each other, have the little U facing different directions, and all of this is going to give your page a uniqueness and more interest and more depth to it. Now I'm going to go through it. I'm going to put some purple into the brown. This is a surrealistic, whimsical page, so real. So I'm adding purple to it, and I'm going to speed this part up so you can get the idea of what's happening and you don't have to sit through the long parts. So I'm using a purple and I'm going to just start making some stripes along it so it looks just a little wavy, a little bit ground-like, even though it's purple. And I'm making some streaks, and sometimes I'm using the point of the brush and sometimes I'm using the edge to make it a little bit thicker so that it's not like a ruler did it. This is a freehand element to the page. And after I get these lines in representing the different layers of dirt and little bumps and holes, as you walk in dirt, you always find those holes. Then I'm going to go through and just put some little dots on there. Okay, now I'm supersonic speed with this magenta. If I put some dots in there, it gives a little bit of whimsy to it. Go back into the flowers, and I'm going to put life to it. So I use dots a lot when I end up doing either 5 or 3 or 7. Just throw some dots on there. Because I like to use. So I've taken a color that's a little bit lighter also. And then I'm going to go through and do the next layer underneath that purple that I've done. Little white dots in there. They can represent pollen. They can represent the little buds that are inside. I can't remember what those things are called. So whatever you want it to be. And now I'm going to go through and I'm going to just drag the white along it because I have it on my brush, and make some of that ground not as one color. And I think also that when you put white into it, it makes the dark a little bit darker and the white a little bit whiter, so you have more of a contrast. And even though I've painted on this page, you can still see a lot of the words still coming through that. You can see the numbers that I just dragged the brush through. And I'm going to drag the white along the green marker, and sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. And I like that look because it looks more like the way the light would actually reflect off of it, even though this is obviously a whimsical spread. This is not something that is meant to look realistic. It's a suggestion of flowers in a spring day. And after I get this on there, then I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some leaves to the stems, and I'm going to just do them very sparsely, very sporadically. I like the idea of these very thin, willowy buds picking up. So I'm going to speed up the video again, and you can watch my leaves magically appear. And now that I've got my leaves on there, I'm going to glue down the word new on there. And you see, I just use my finger and mush it in there. Get it on the page. And there you have it, an easy to do early spring garden. Happy creating.